Kia ora, this is Mr. Wilson going through Kobe's Canoes, learning how to do debits and credits. So what we've got here is we've got a trial balance to start off with. So Kobe's Canoes, the debits, remember, they are assets such as bank equipment, expenses such as office expenses and purchases. So this is where we put our money. On the credit side, where we get our money from. So we get it from owner, which is capital, from income, which is sales, and in this case from borrowing it from other people, and that's borrowing things from Kayak, an account from them. We haven't paid them yet. So the money that we receive has to equal the money where we put our money, both 190,000. So that's really critical as you go through. To increase the side, it's basically we put more money in here. To increase the side is basically we borrow or earn more money here. So let's have a look at the transactions. The reason I've done this as a video is so you can stop and pause and go through it at your pace, and rewind if you need to as well. First thing we have to do is enter the opening balances. So these are these ones here and here into our ledger account. This is called our general ledger. So we'll start off with putting the date, which is the 1st of March, and type balance. Computer makes it easy because we can copy that and paste it through, and all of these have an opening balance. So Control C and Control V. And on the credit side, see, these are the credit balances for capital, our income account, sales, Kayak account. And this is an interesting one. This is a negative returns, a negative expense. There's no opening balance for that yet. And we'll just put those figures in. So we've got 14,000 in the bank. On the debit side, debit balance, 65,000 equipment. That means we've purchased $65,000 worth of equipment. Office expenses is 18,000 and purchases 93. To the credit side, we're going to put our capital. Here's 45. Our sales figure, what we've earned so far, 140,000. And our Kayak account, we owe them 5,000. So that's the first bit. Now the debits and the credits. Work through this with me. Again, press pause if you need just to catch up. Rewind if you want to go over something again. First one, FPOS sales, 8,800. What's the impact on bank? It's going to increase, I hope you hit. So we're going to put 8,800 there. The date's the 2nd of March. And we're going to write the other account. The other account, sales account. So in our sales account, which is here, we've got the debit bank, so the credit's going to be sales. Date was the 2nd of March, and the other account. So basically in the sales account, it tells us we've got sales that was cash, increasing our sales. Bank meaning cash. On the 6th, paid office rent, $1,200. So what's the impact on bank? Is it going up or down? So it's paid, so it's got to be going down. And we put office rent. And the amount was $1,200. So we've credited bank, so we need a debit as well. And it tells us in the question what that is. So it's office rent. Notice we haven't got an office rent, so we're going to put in our office expenses. And 6th of March, we paid it, so it's bank. And 1,200. So now office expenses, we can see the transaction. We can see that the it's gone up by 1,200 because we've paid some more. The 7th, Kobe's the owner. Kobe's Canoes invested 6,000 in the business. So the owner is capital on the 7th. Is that going to be capital going up or down when Kobe invests more money? Hopefully you've put up. And because it's cash in the business, we're going to put bank and 6,000. So that's your credit. Tells us here what our debit is. It's bank. So bank's going to go up because Kobe's invested money in. 6,000. Next one, purchased 10 canoes off Kayak for $200 each. So this one, notice that's on credit, so this doesn't impact bank. This does increase our Kayak account. We did owe them 5,000 and we're going to purchase more of them. So put the date as 11th with purchases. Note that it's purchases, not equipment, because we're buying and selling canoes, Kobe's canoes. So in this case, that's why it's not equipment. $200 each, 10 canoes, that's $2,000. So we'll owe Kayak $2,000 more. I'm going to add that to purchases. So purchases, that's your credit. Purchase is an expense going up, we're buying more. So that's going to be debit. Expense going up. If you get a double, this hashtag here, it means the column width's not big enough. So you just double click, I haven't got it on mine, double click between A and B up the top, and it'll increase the size of that. I'll do that later. We'll type Kayak account. And that's 2,000. So purchases have gone up. It was 93, we've added 2, so it's 95 now. We're moving on. We've got return 2 canoes costing $400 each to Kayak. So we're returning. So Kayak's account, because we're returning, is going to go down. Date on that's the 14th. And the return is purchase returns, because you're returning something you've purchased. And that's going to decrease the amount we owe Kayak by 800. 2 canoes at 400. It's on the credit side because it's going to decrease, so debit Kayak account. The credit is going to be purchase returns. We know, write the name of the other account. 800. Done. Paid $1,200 for a new trailer. So again, it's paid. Paid tells us bank. Is that money coming in or money going out? Money going out. And what have we got for a new trailer? So that's equipment. And 12,000. And we're going to simply add that to equipment. What do I type? Because it was cash, has to be bank. So equipment's gone up by 12,000. Was 65, added 12, so it'll be now 77. Kayak paid Kayak's monthly opening balance. So Kayak's opening balance was that one, start of the month, 5,000. So we're going to pay that. So paying, is it going to be a debit to bank or credit? Good, credit to bank. And that's the opening balance in Kayak's account. If that's a credit, the debit must be to Kayak. And bank just tells us it's a payment. Nice. Sales by internet transfer, $3,000. Is that money coming in or out of the bank? If we made a sale. And good. And so for sales, that's a debit to bank, and the credit will go here. 23rd. So you see both sales we've got here are both cash sales. And the last one, I sold an old trailer on Trade Me for $900. So is that money coming into the bank or out of the bank? Into the bank, good. And that's going to be a trailer, so that's equipment. And for equipment, is that coming into equipment or out of equipment? Out, good. Okay, so that's all the transactions done. Next step is the balancing part. Right, now to the balancing part. The balancing part of this is, I've just fixed up something that you probably need to go and do yourself. Is in the balance, I put a B/D on the end of it. BD stands for bought down. That's bought down from the previous month. So the 28th of February will become bought down to the 1st of March. So if you can go through and change yours as well, put BD at the end of all of these. Note also that these ones here are hashtags just to bring the right date. If you double click between A and B, it'll open it up to give it the right date. So the balancing, I've put all mine in red, and you don't have to, but it just helps you to see really. We're going to total the highest side is the first important part. So if we can go where we want the total to go, and you'll see in the title bar, I'll just move mine across. No, I won't move mine. You'll see an auto sum button. An auto sum button is like, try and find it on mine, is like a Greek E, and it comes up with that formula and it automatically total it for you. You can type it in yourself. But we'll total the highest side and bring that figure across. And then we need to find the missing figure. The bank's probably the hardest because there's a lot of figures to do. So we're going to go equals the bottom figure minus, and you can auto sum the ones above it. So for us on the 31st of March, this is a balance which we will carry forward CF to the start of the next month. So that's the bank one done. Same for the equipment. We're going to do total. So just auto sum. Add those two up. Bring that total across to the other side. And then find the difference at the end of the month. And simple minus on this one. Office expenses, same thing, date 31st of March, balance, well, no we don't. This is just our total. You could also just do equals to 118 plus 1200, high side across, 31st of March, CF carry forward. You'll notice that with expenses that there is nothing on the credit side. And same another expense here. Add the two together, high side across, into the month balance, carry forward. That's your debit side done. Credit side. Same thing, total highest side. Bring that across. 31st of March. Carry forward. Don't know why I got the D on there. Sales. Sales is an income account, so there should only be sales on the credit side. You can't really have negative sales. If you do, that's called sales returns, and that'll be a separate ledger. High side across, 31st of March, balance. Two to go. Kayak account. Add the high side. Bring that across. Oh, I see we've done that wrong. Bring that across. And 31st of March. Balance, carry forward. So it's at 7,000 on this side minus what we've reduced from our account that's owed. Right, last one. Well, that's almost done for us. 31st of March, balance. Done. Just so the key things really here are your debits and your credits have to balance. At the end of the next part of the process, we do a trial balance. That's the end of us. Well done.